Good afternoon. Thank you for tuning in and watching this watch list stream brought to you by FTX. If you haven't already, head over to FTX and create an account. If you use the link below, you will receive 10% off your trading fees, which is really good. All right, so first things first, Bitcoin. Let's have a look. So Bitcoin on the daily. We have seen over the past probably 2 weeks some buying come in. So we've pushed up a little bit higher, we've broken this previous high, and we've created that higher low. Really good sign for Bitcoin. Unfortunately, there was no high time frame trades there for us. The 2-day just didn't match up, but that means we're almost in the clear to start looking at good long trades, right? If we have a look lower, there doesn't seem to be much cyclicity coming in, especially on the, let's have a look at the 12 and the 8. Yeah, there's nothing. So the 4 hour is an absolute mess. And the lower you go, sort of the messier it gets. So unfortunately, there's no trades there for us on Bitcoin. We did have a level we're watching this morning, but it's sort of broken that level and just not played out the way we wanted. G'day Ray, g'day Peter, and g'day Bobby. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, so that's my views on Bitcoin at the moment. Nothing there quite at the moment. What I'd like to see is it push a little higher and create a new higher low, and that way the 2-day will match up with the 1-day, and we'll be open to long trades, especially on these higher time frames, which we all love. And then we can scope those lower time frame trades as well, which is really good. I love scoping those lower time frame trades when they match up with especially the daily and the 2-day. So next in the watch list was Axie. Again, the daily is looking pretty good. We've pushed higher, not broken the previous high, but we've created a higher low. So if we look lower, the 4 hour is, it's not trending, right? So as part of my trading plan, I don't really trade the lower time frames unless we have a trend on the 4 hour. So we don't quite have a trend here on the 4, but if we do look lower, it's the 30-minute where we did begin to see some cyclicity come in. Maybe the 15, yeah. So the 15 was looking really good. We did have a level here that I was hoping for a nice clean pullback to with a bullish candle. We didn't get it. So it's the 15 and the 30, waiting for nice clean pullbacks into that cradle zone. And yeah, it would be definitely one to consider. It's just a waiting game. It seems like since the close this morning, everything's moved sideways or dropped a little. So maybe some profit taking, who knows? But yeah, it's a waiting game on Axie. DeFi. Again, another one that's pushed higher and created that higher low. What I'd like to see for more confirmation would be push up through this resistance level. It's not an exact level, but it does go back quite far. So if we did get a push up and a retest of this level, that would be a really good sign for DeFi. But at the moment, if we have a look lower on the 4 hour, see again, no trend. But if we look lower, we do have a level here. I was hoping for a pullback to that level where we've tested a few times. We've created a higher low here on the 30. So if we push up and created that bullish candle there, I would take that. It doesn't look like we've got it, but there is a bullish candle there in the cradle zone at the moment. Yeah, it's there. It's definitely one to keep an eye on. There isn't many throughout the FTX perp list that are trending. They're all sort of a little bit messy at the moment, but yeah, this list I've included the ones that have the best trends. G'day Wally. Is that the 21E and the 9E? New here. You may just have to expand on that, please. I don't quite know what you mean. All right, so Maker. Another one, yeah, pushed higher, created a new higher low. We have a look at the 4. No real trend. It's trying, but there's no real trend. Let's have a look at the 1 and another one. We've got a level. A nice pullback to that level would be good. The 30-minute is looking really good. We've got that higher low, pushed higher. Even a 30-minute cradle would be something you should consider. It is backed by the 1. So yeah, that's why it's in the watch list. there's nothing there just yet. I wouldn't take that candle. That's not deep enough for me. I'd like a nice deep in that cradle zone before I'd consider taking that trade. Eden, 1 day, one you have to really scroll in for, but yeah, again, a high low. 4 hour, the trend's trying, right? So we've got a high low. It's not the best pullback, but we are forming a trend on these lower time frames, which is a really good sign. And the 1 hour, we did have a nice pullback. We've pushed high, we've broken that previous high. The MACD has a lot more work to do, but it is one of the few that are trending. So yeah, it's the 1 hour and the 2 hour that I'm watching. ETH on the daily, another one. I'd like it to push through this level through here, push higher, pull back to that level before I'd start looking at sort of long trades on the higher time frames. Let's have a look lower, the 4 hour. Again, no trend there on the 4. If we have a look at the 1, we did start to see a little bit of cyclicity come in. Not the cleanest pullback, but it is back in that cradle zone. We've had a push higher. A deeper pullback would have been nice. We didn't quite get it. There's no levels there backing it, but if it does begin to sort of cycle and we see a clear set of higher highs and higher lows come into ETH, I'm definitely wanting to jump on that. Mana. All right, so Mana, high, low, high, low. All right, so that's the daily. That's a really good sign for Mana. 4 hour, nothing there on the 4, but the 1, another one where that cyclicity is starting to come in. Probably the 30 would look good. Yeah, probably the 30 and the 1. We need that deeper pullback into the cradle zone, backed by the next higher time frame and the MACD. So again, Mana is another one that is trending quite nicely. Sand, same thing. The 4 hour is not telling us too much, but it's these. Let's have a look at the daily actually. Higher low, higher low. The 4 hour is not telling us much, but it's the 1 hour that is looking not too bad, right? So we've got a little bit of a level through here. I'll just throw that in. Again, not an exact level, more of a range around the 4.28. We didn't quite get that pullback to that level, but yeah, we'll see where we go from here. It is one that is trending. And yeah, one to keep an eye on. Storage perp on the daily. Another one created that high low. The 4 hour, not telling us much. We really need those trends to come back in on that 4 hour. 1 hour is beginning to trend. So we've got a higher low. You know, we're forming, we've got a bullish candle there. The MACD is not convincing enough for me. It needs a little bit more work to do, but if we do see some more buying come into the market and we do push a little bit higher and a clean pullback, the MACD matches up, the higher time frames do as well, then yeah, it's definitely one I'd want to know about. And Sushi Perp, again, it's a little bit flat on the daily. The 4 hour isn't telling us too much. We've tried to create a trend, but yeah, it's the 1 hour again. We've had nice clean pullbacks into that cradle zone. So that's the list that I'm keeping an eye on. I did do a full FTX scan and just focused on the ones with a daily or 4 hour trend. Surprisingly, there isn't many out there considering the buying that did come into the market yesterday. I think Bitcoin was up about 5.5% at one point, which is a really good sign. That means a lot of money is coming into the market. You know, for a Bitcoin with such a huge market cap to move that much in 1 day, that's a really good sign. Whether there's news that's backing that move, I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that this afternoon. But yeah, I think it's a really good sign. We're not, in my opinion, I don't think we're out of the woods yet. So I'm not looking to take any higher time frame trades just yet, especially on a full percent. I've still got that risk lowered, and I'm still hunting and waiting for those trends to come in on the daily and the 4 hour. Right, so Wally, what EMAs are you using? Yeah, so it's the 10 and the 20, basically. I have used so I've got the moving average ribbon, so you get that nice green or red sort of shading in between the moving averages, but they're set at the 10 and 20. Yep, I can do CAS. Have a look at sand. we're just got to be careful with some things like this, because this is free content and we don't want to give away too much that's involved in the course. That's all. Yeah, so if you know, you know, right? So we do have a good area on those fibs. Yeah, so if you're that way inclined, you've done the master course, you know what you're looking for, then yeah, there was a trade right there. Thanks for pointing that out, Kaz. Does anyone have any further questions or any coins you want me to look into a little bit further? No? Perfect. All right, yeah, so like I said, that's the list that I'm focusing on today. I did just get off the phone with Craig. He has a similar list to me. Lou, exactly the same. We're all just waiting for that cyclicity to come back into the market, some more sort of conviction in the direction. There's a lot of things that just aren't sort of matching up, and it just doesn't feel like the start of a bull run just yet. Hopefully a few more days we do get that feeling back. People start talking about crypto. You go to the pub or you go out for dinner and people are talking about crypto. That's what we want to hear. We're just not getting it just yet. And they're the signs that a bull market's back, right? Because people are talking about it. People are buying Bitcoin. They're buying crypto, and that's what you want to hear. You want to be out in public and people talking to you about crypto, and that's really good signs that your regular mum and dad sort of home investors are starting to look into crypto as well, and that's when we can see the price really take off. But if you're part of this community, if you're part of TRADERCOBB, you follow us on YouTube, then you know that we will be in early. We're around crypto all the time. We're not just jumping in and focusing on crypto when everyone else is, when the market's super high. That's when most of the publicity happens, is when Bitcoin's reaching all-time highs and it gets out about crypto and people start buying crypto and start talking about Bitcoin. And unfortunately that all happens around the top and they sort of start buying crypto. We see a nice deep pullback. They get scared. They sell at the bottom. They either run away from crypto and talk about how it's really bad, or they start learning. They come and do our courses. They start learning about crypto. They start learning about cyclicity and market cycles, and they take action next time that happens. So hopefully you're one of those people. You're not one that's buying into the hype and selling into the fear. You've got to reverse that. Yeah, thanks, Kaz. Yeah, the course is brilliant. Thanks for pointing that out. Yeah, so if you haven't already, head over, check it out. You've got nothing to lose. We do have a free course, which is pretty informative. If you do like the free course, you can head on to the master course and yeah, learn these 3 checklist-based strategies that will help you on your trading journey. All right, thanks guys. That's the video for today. If you are in the community, I will be at the charts all day. So if anything does come up, I'll throw it in the Slack community. Lou will do the same and Craig will as well. So yeah, fingers crossed we see some trades this afternoon. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll chat to you guys soon.